Hello everyone, welcome to your monthly check-in with your pets, your beloved fire sign pets. This is the November 2025 check-in. I really stumbled over that November 2025 check-in. We're going to do the charms with cards. They've chosen my relationship chart this month for the check-in. So they want to just acknowledge the depth of your love and companionship. So they'll use this for the topics of conversation with you. And then this deck over here, I'm just asking for one card, and this is sort of like a final thought. If they only had one thing to say to you today or share with you today, what would it be? So that kind of thought going into that deck. If you just want to skip ahead to the messages, you can use the timestamps below. That's fine with me. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and start. We'll get the charms first. And we'll see what your fire sign pets want to share with you today, either about themselves or, as you can see here, acknowledging maybe different aspects of your relationship, all your time together up to this point. Who knows, maybe they'll just reflect back on the year so far with one more month to go together. Or maybe they'll look forward to the future with you. We'll see here. See what they want to talk about. They're pulling down quite quickly here. So I don't know if that's a characteristic of your pet. I know some pets will really paw at or like peck at, like grab really quickly. When you go to give them something, even like a treat or something, they'll just grab it really quickly and kind of go. Or if you're playing with them, there's like this quick movement to want to grab it really eagerly, really quick. I'm just going around again just to make sure that they didn't want anything up here. That's what I thought. Okay. Over here. Oh, they just want to add one. Okay. We'll just add them. Not a problem. Okay. Let's get the cards. I also don't know if your pet is known for like moments of attitude. I feel like how I went around again and then they threw me the paw was kind of, like that heavy sigh moment that pets will do. Sometimes it's a glance over the shoulder. It could be a moan, like, ugh, all right, fine, sure. Sort of that energy. Okay, so let's get the final thought or what I would like to share with you today. If I could share one thing with you. All right, so where are we gonna start here with your pets, with their check-in? I'm going to start with the paw here and my chubby bird. I feel like the paw's doing a little bit of a wave hello, kind of raise the hand, start over here. So they were on making a decision. So we'll see what how they're attributing it to your relationship or to themselves. I don't know why this paw won't stay put. Maybe they have a difficult time making a decision. Maybe that's why I was seeing them like kind of trying to grab, like act before thinking, right? The paw is kind of moving around, like they're very spontaneous, or they bust out in the kind of the zoomies a lot, but maybe they come across as like an indecisive, or I'll grab it now and think about it in my own space. And they are here with the chubby bird. Now the chubby bird brings in news, information. Its tummy here is full of good advice, helpful support. calling out to me how the bird's looking down. I think that's how they see you. You're their source of you bring in the help to make their decision. So maybe you're a very attentive pet parent where you kind of talk them through, where you're like, would you like the small toy? Would you like the big toy? Do you like the blue one? Do you like this black one? Like, I feel like you're encouraging them to make the decision or to slow down, to kind of approach things more calmly. But they kind of see you as like this like they might even have like big wide eyes, right? Like in amazement when you're speaking. Oftentimes pets also like tilt their heads, but like you're such a interesting source of comfort and whatever language you're speaking to me, right? Whatever information you're sharing, but it's in these moments where they seem very quick to act before thinking, and you're helping them decide. Like even like when we're out on walks or jumping around, right? If it's a cat trying to jump onto a windowsill and you're trying to encourage them and show them how to get up there safely, right? You're not doing it for them, you're showing them how to do it. And that's what they're showing me here. Okay. So here's the decision. When I see two uprights for me, that's making the decision. And look how they're calmly sitting on the crystal here. It's almost like when it's like bedtime, right? They're in their pen, their cage, or everyone's gone to sleep. It's like this is their last kind of lingering thought, or in their dreams, as they're dreaming, they're thinking through what you did together that day. What were the decisions that they helped me with again? When did they tell me to slow down again? They're trying to learn. There's some real intent here on doing their best to learn. So your pet might be in a training program with you right now, or you might be going through retraining, as we often sometimes need to do as new behaviors develop. But they are spending time, like they are reflecting back here. They are trying their best to remember what you did together, the information that and what you showed them. It's nice to see a very attentive pet parent group here. Beautiful fire sign pet owners. Yeah, I am going to come to the crown next. I wasn't sure if I should go to the fairy, but so it says time to move on. And it's just a soft pink. So that's just like a light interest maybe. It could be something that has your attention. Could be like binge watching TV, right? So a show's got your attention, and your pet here is trying to urge you to spend less time doing that and spend more time with me. So we'll see here. So we have the crown that they've chosen, the golden crown. So I don't know if there's moments where they kind of gently nudge you out of your thought, or maybe sometimes we just get lost in thought, or we just kind of daydream or lose focus on what we're doing, and then our pet will come over and like tap us with their nose or maybe their paw. Maybe they just kind of flop on us sometimes even, right? They just appear, right? They just jump on us and they appear out of nowhere, it seems. But I feel like they've been waking you, maybe even out of a nap. Maybe you're coming home and you're resting and you fall asleep and they wake you from that nap. But I feel like they're waking you from just like I said, like a daydream, a hazy, a fog. You're just kind of lost in whatever thought you have. And they're snapping you back to reality here. I feel like they're doing it to protect you, or in the month of November, this could be a heads up in the month of November. Try not to be lost in thought. I feel like there's a tripping hazard. Maybe they've seen you trip before. But there's a nudge here in November that they're aware that you can be absent-minded, but they're drawing me to the swords laying here and her ankles and her feet. So just be careful where you're stepping. I have certainly, unfortunately, stepped on my little Chihuahua, or almost sat on him because he will sneak under a blanket that I don't know he's under. So maybe just do checks, especially if you have a small pet. Just kind of look down before you go to step sideways or backwards. But I feel like they're just calling your attention to a tripping hazard based on just being lost in thought, or like I said, absent-minded. So some nice caring here coming through from your pet for your well-being. I'm just doing a double check to make sure this isn't their own injury, like them stumbling down the stairs if they're too fast, right? If they're being excited and therefore their focus is elsewhere. No, I feel like they're kind of rejecting that idea, but I mean, just watch your pets anyways. If you're not someone that's kind of prone to it, maybe they are, but they're kind of saying, no, that's not us, it's them. We're trying to protect the parents here. All right. So on the soulmate, so acknowledging your kindred spirit, the type of bond that you have here together. And so they have the whimsical fairy here that's holding out a little tiny heart forward to you. A little magical, joyful fairy, kind of a messenger for them, right? Kind of carrying this love up to you. Now, as you can see, I am touching her wings here. They're pulling me to the two wings here, and the air in her skirt. I don't know if you travel around this time of year, so maybe like the annual family vacation, or you're an outdoors family, so this is the time of year where you're hitting trails or whatnot, and your pet's with you. But I feel like they're acknowledging movement here, and I think this is going beyond just like a daily car ride somewhere. This is like picking up and going with you. This is travel together, significant kind of travel together that they enjoy. Like if it is a car ride, it would be more like you and them only, and it's a really long car ride, specific, like you driving around the city or a certain strips of road specifically so the two of you can just like enjoy the air and the moment together. If it's not like a vacation or actual travel that you're doing together here. Yeah, look at all the roots here, right? Zip, 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 zip. It's like they're marking all the maps, all the places you've been together here. So there definitely is a love of movement, of travel. Say this is a pet you have that is like maybe like a gerbil or a bird, lizard, something like that might be more homebound with you. This would be all the moments where they're on your shoulder, they're on your finger, and you're doing the motion, right? You kind of do the maybe I should just do it with this hand instead of trying to reach around the camera. the motion of them flying or zipping, right? So you're creating that movement with them. But there's an absolute joy and thrill and delight when you're doing that type of activity together, or these are all the memories of all the destinations you've been together in terms of actual vacations and trips. So they're bringing it up in November. So I think, like I said, there's excitement around this period in terms of that style of activity, engagement together. All right, so let's see. One final message that they want to leave you off with. One thing to say. Emotional withdrawal, which is just finding quiet time. I like the footprints in the sand here, almost as if your pet had walked up to you. I feel like this is a message to you because they're pulling me up to here to the 8, but I want to go this way to make it and read it more as the infinity loop. For me, it's piggybacking on the soulmate message, which is this dark green hue, the affinity loop, and this individual, the way they're seated, and with the gratitude gesture with the hands. And I feel like this is what you offer your pet, right? The security, the safe solitude. Even when you're outdoors, right? Even when you're outdoors together, they know that, you know, their safety, their well-being is your utmost concern. In addition to, how are they doing? Are they enjoying this? So there's just like this depth of thank you, right? Thank you so much. This is so wonderful. But it's a nice soft, really the security blanket kind of energy that they're giving me here. The safety, the security, the depth of comfort that you offer them. Again, even when we're outdoors, even when we're somewhere new, right? Going to the vacations, even when we're exploring together, I still feel so calm and safe. I know you're around, right? The footprints. I know you're nearby. You're never leaving me alone here. So it's not the words at the bottom mean nothing to your animals here. It's all about the image here that they want to communicate to you. That's what they've selected here. Very similar to the first card here, right? The way you encourage them to contemplate at night and how they reminisce in their dreams about everything they learned with you that day. Really beautiful energy and relationship that you have here in your relationship dynamic with your pets, your fire sign pets. So we'll check in next month. We'll see what you guys are up to. Hopefully neither pet nor pet owner, pet parent, has sprained an ankle or hurt a toe or walked on something, stepped on something you shouldn't have. But otherwise, you have a really nice bond in terms of how they look up to you and how they love spending time with you. So keep on providing them such a loving home, and we'll see you next month.